Steph Curry, regular season MVP this year, unanimous. Justin, he's been subpar both in this NBA Finals and the one in 2015. I mean, why has he not been getting as much criticism as LeBron?
Why isn't he getting as much criticism? The team's winning. I think what it really comes down to is when your team is winning, you are perceived as doing more, right? When the team is down, that's when teams expect stars to step up. And I think somewhat that is justified. But when everybody's contributing, he was still doing all the little things. Foul troubles kind of hurt him in certain games. Overall, he's still shooting a pretty good percentage. Outside of Game 3, I thought his defensive effort was very good, which continues to go underrated to some extent. And I think there's also the concern of some injury. His player efficiency rating has gone down by the round. I wouldn't be surprised if he had a knee scope in the summer or something like that. He already pulled out of the Olympics, as multiple players have, but I think that's an indication that he's not 100%. So I think for all of those reasons, winning being the biggest, you kind of avoid some of that criticism.
Phil, I have a theory that the female fan from Game 2 cursed him because he did not play for himself for the next game at all. It's like she took the soul out of his body. Do you think it's the knees? Like his lateral movement has been very poor. You know, that's been a huge part of his game. Do you think it's a knee injury?
Oh yeah, because I mean, if it's not a knee injury, what, you're blaming confidence on a guy like Steph Curry? A guy warms up from the run-in track shooting 40-foot bombs. I mean, this guy doesn't lack confidence. I mean, if you ever look at this guy's face when he's playing, he never looks pissed. He never looks stressed. I don't think confidence is his thing. He definitely is a shell of himself at the moment. But look, the shell of himself is still better than 95% of the players out there. And the beauty is every skill he brings can be replicated by someone on that Golden State team. So if his speed and ball handling aren't there, you have Sean Livingston, Andre Iguodala. If his shot's not falling, you've got Klay Thompson who can shoot a bit more. So if he just becomes a stand-up shooter at this point, you know what, they can still utilize that. And I think the big difference between comparing LeBron to Curry, A, yes, Curry's winning, but B, it's another thing that's going against LeBron, the fact that Curry's teammates, to me, are much better, way, way better. Like, if you switch their spots, like LeBron and Golden State win every year. But the thing is, LeBron is made to make those other guys better. So when they don't play better, that's extra criticism. Whereas Curry kind of can do what he does and have off games on his own, but because they're so good and the other team and the other players step up, the focus isn't there, right? Like, he's not the battery that charges all of them. He's just kind of like that extra battery pack that pushes them through the finish line.
Justin, you mentioned the Olympics, and I found it rather odd he chose to announce this during the finals rather than waiting afterwards. Why do you think he chose right now?
I think it's to give USA more time to kind of find a replacement. You're seeing a lot of the U.S. stars backing out. Russell Westbrook is backed out. James Harden is backed out. I believe DeMarcus Cousins has now been named to the team officially, so he'll be there. But I think it's more time to send out the invitations, more time for preparation. If you know you're out, right? And like I said, it's not my place to really speculate, but I wouldn't be surprised if he had some sort of minor operation just to clean up his knee. So it didn't really surprise me. I think that is the right way to go about it. And now guys like Isaiah Thomas, maybe even a Kyle Lowry, can get some consideration for USA, get some practices in. So I think that was the big motivation behind that.